Alright, you beautiful foam gargling reprobates. Welcome back to the Bearded Beer Vlog, your home for blunt beer talk, no nonsense reviews, and rants that could strip the paint off a radiator. Now, you lot know I've got a bit of history with the craft beer scene. Love a good pale ale, big fan of a decent double IPA. But in recent years, it's got out of hand. The prices are nuts. The flavours are getting weird for the sake of being weird. And half the stuff tastes like it was brewed in a recently emptied pot noodle tub. So today, we're sticking two fingers up at the pretentious overpriced world of small batch mango guava sours and celebrating budget craft beers that are better than some of the craft wank. Yes, those humble bottles and cans you'll find on the bottom shelf at Tesco or Aldi. The ones snobs pretend not to see but secretly drink when no one's looking. And here's the thing, some of them are genuinely brilliant. Don't know what that is. So before we go on, let's set some ground rules. We're talking beers you can get in UK supermarkets. None of your dodgy bootleg imports from a Bulgarian corner shop. No 50p cans of Kestrel Super from behind the counter at Londis. I'm talking solid, reliable budget beers. The stuff you can pick up as part of your weekly shop without feeling like you need to justify it to the person at the checkout. And yes, before the craft beer brigade pile in, I know there's good craft beer out there. I drink it, but the pricing is a bit of a joke. £9 for a 440ml can of marshmallow raspberry ghost. Behave yourself. This one's for the people who just want a proper beer that tastes good, won't bankrupt you, and doesn't require a sommelier level backstory about the hop's varietal grandparents. Now let's kick off with a really controversial one. Stella Artois Unfiltered. Now I get what you're thinking. Stella? You mean the wife beater? Yeah, I get it. The reputation's dodgy. This isn't the Stella you get thrown at you in Witherspoons. You know, the one that's for necking at 10:30 in the morning with your breakfast. This is its unfiltered cousin, and it's genuinely cracking. It's about £6 for 4 cans in Tesco, multi-backbone, hint of citrus, decent body, and you know what? It's better than about 60% of the hazy session lagers doing the rounds at taprooms up and down the country right now. I went to a taproom last month and it was £6.80 for a half pint of Neo Hell's micro lager, and it tasted like someone poured a can of lilt through a sock. Meanwhile, Stella Unfiltered sat there on the shelf like,
lads, I've been here this whole time.
Get it bought. Next up, certified legend, Hobgoblin Ruby. I know, it's brewed by a big regional outfit now, not proper craft. But you know what it is? It's bloody good. Malty, rich, malty, fruity, rich as sin, and about £1.65 bottle. Fun fact, before craft beer was a thing, this was the hipster beer of choice. Back in the late 90s, if you turned up to a house party with a bottle of Hobgoblin, you were exotic. I remember being about 19, sat in somebody's manky flat over in Fife, drinking Hobgoblin from a chip mug because all the glasses had been pinched from the local bar. And it holds up today. It's about 5.2% and absolutely perfect with a steak pie for your dinner. Meanwhile, Darren's paying £8.20 for a barrel-aged spiced brown ale that tastes like damp gingerbread. Idiot. To the goblin! Oh yes, some proper sessionable fridge lager here. Reichenbacher Pilsner, Fealdi. $3.69 for 4 500ml cans. German-style Pilsner, crisp, clean, and perfect for summer. Now, is it going to win any awards? Nah, but I'll tell you what it won't do. Charge you $5.50 for a third of a pint to make you pretend you can taste notes of herbal grassiness. Tastes like a lager, which is exactly what it should taste like. Honestly, I've had craft beers brewed in a warehouse with more attitude than flavour. This stuff's honest. Chuck 4 of these in a cool box, stick the barbecue on, job done. Right, halfway point, quick rant. Craft beer pricing is mental. £9.50 for a can of marshmallow infused mango sour. £10, 440ml can, a 12% imperial stout that tastes like alcoholic treacle. Behave yourself. Half of them taste like the aftermath of Great British Bake Off technical challenge gone wrong. I get that ingredients cost money. Small batches are expensive. But you can't tell me a kettle sour brewed in an industrial estate should cost more than a roast dinner. Stop it. Time for a classic. Draft Guinness in a can. Yes, from a can. With a budget. £6 for 4. Is it as good as a pint from Dublin, straight from the beer tit? Of course not, but it's reliable. It's got body, and it knocks the absolute jeebus out of some of these overhyped pastry stouts doing the rounds. I once had an imperial peanut butter stout or some shite like that, and it was £8. Tastes like burnt Nutella and regret. Stick with the classics, folks. Last one for today, Saint Etienne. Aldi's cheeky Stella knockoff, £3.49 for 4. It's a fridge filler. Is it gourmet? No. Does it go well with pizza and a bag of Monster a munch? Abso-fucking-lutely. And here's the thing, it's better than half the craft lagers I've tried. I don't need a tropical dry hop. I need a cold pint I can neck back while watching fucking Rick and Morty. So, to wrap up, budget beers that are better than some of the craft wank. Stella Unfiltered, Hobgoblin Ruby, Reichenbacher Pilsner, Guinness Draft, and Saint Etienne. And I haven't even mentioned the likes of Old Peculiar, Worthingtons, Orkney Dark Island, or a cheeky wee John Smith's Extra Smooth.
Do you want a flake in that, love?
Point is, drink what you like. Don't let some beardy bloke in a taproom tell you you're not exploring your palate. If you enjoy a pint of cheap lager, crack on. If you like a dark ale brewed by a wizard in a cave, fine. But don't feel guilty for sticking with the classics. Here's to the budget beers, and to never paying £9 for a can, lemon drizzle pastry sour ever again.